Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza, plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book, over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
All right, tonight's NIT final, Chattanooga versus UC Irvine. Yeah, Irvine's -3.5. I know you guys can't wait for that game. And if you're watching that game, it's because you bet on that game. Nobody cares. Roll the opening! Live from the South Point Casino in Las Vegas, just miles from the world-famous Strip. It's game time. Thanks for streaming YouTube to watch the show that has been a total pleasure hosting for the past year and a half. But sadly, tomorrow is our last show at South Point Studios here at Punchlines. There's some changes happening, so stick with the studio to watch other shows like Sports by the Book and Ralph and Gone Racing, which will be on in 90 minutes. So let's have some laughs. And it's a program that's a mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and educated gambling advice. Maybe not so much today. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero. Longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. Bill Dwyer likes to make fun of that, but it works. And today's show, I am super excited for today's 2 spectacular guests. Almost excited as Super Bowl champ A.J. Brown getting a new signed jersey in the mail. Watch this. Oh, no. The switchers. There it is. So there you go. So he got a new Tom Brady jersey signed. By the way, it looks like he lives in a small apartment when he makes about $30 million a year, but who knows?
Maybe that's a small apartment room.
That could be the small apartment room. He's that excited for a Tom Brady jersey. And it came, by the way, at the beginning of the clip, we see him opening a FedEx package, and I'm like, A.J. Brown? What can Brown do? He doesn't use UPS? Give me a break. Let's see here. Coming up in a second. Coming up in the second half of the show, and he's always on fire, one of the best handicappers in the world. Our man Joe D'Amico will be here, but one of the best comedians in the world is on the show. Also, the husband of the very lovely Erin O'Connor, who's also very funny. His Drybar special has about 8.8 million views on YouTube. He also gets about 100,000 views on his personal YouTube channel. The special is on the Drybar channel. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Bob Zany is here. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Where's my makeup?
Your makeup, they're coming later. You look wonderful.
So thank you, Frank. And it's good to see you. We were at the game the other night.
Saw you at the ballpark here at the Aviators ballpark.
Say, what a joy to watch you work with the kids in one of those little games in between innings.
Yeah.
The way the question was done, you said on camera, "Oh, we're done," and that was it. You really bring a lot to it.
I didn't say we're done.
By the way, Aaron asked me to be nice today.
Yeah,
so I just want to say how everybody looks fantastic.
Right, but of course, and Keith Lyles over here and said, when Aaron said...
Keith, you've been working out? I mean, my God, it's amazing, those pecs.
But wait, when Aaron said to you, be nice, Keith said, well, when have you ever listened to Aaron? But I think
listen to her all the
you
time.
should.
And you know what she said to me right before I left? She said, do you want me to watch and listen? I said, you do every day.
Yeah, she does.
So this is the day you don't do it? I have to hear the frickin' show?
She's a big fan of the show, so we appreciate Aaron.
And she's integral to the show.
She is.
She really is until tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the last day. I don't know what's going. We have Alex.
I feel bad. You know what, though? You had a good run. And
we did.
You did a great job,
I
Frank.
appreciate it.
I mean, I wish I could have listened more, but I got other things going on. I was cleaning up my garage where I keep tapes that I send to Keith.
I know, and he puts it. You got to follow Bob Zany. It's at Bob Zany on pretty much all social media, right?
Well, Zany Bob,
Zany Bob.
Zany Baby.
Was there another Bob Zany that you had to go Zany Bob?
Yes, I had to.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, there's some, if you go on Facebook and you start searching Bob Zany, there's some with Arabic lettering underneath it. So I guess I'm big in Syria. Syria. Hey, I look nice. By the way, I just went shopping at the Johnny Cash collection.
Come on. I was going to say at the top of the show, you're all wearing all black, but you look sharp.
Well, it makes you look thinner.
It does. Is that what you're wearing on your head?
It's not working. You know, I tried a new diet thing, and I knew it wasn't going to work because the advertising line is, what do you got to lose? Well, not weight was the joke I did there. You guys all look fantastic. You look like it's the Last Supper. You know what I'm saying? Which one's Judas? That's what I want to know, Frank.
Who's picking up the check? Today's punch.
Almost overheard thing at the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Not wine and fish again.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Let's look at today's punch menu. Let's talk about what we got on the show. And I truncated it today. Comedy clip, Pixel 1236, Kenny White and a cute dog. There you go. All right, let's get to top of show breaking video. We're going right to the top. This is some breaking videos here, Bob.
I love when they break.
Yeah, this is good stuff. I mean,
this just in.
Right. I think we're opening. Last night was very. Oh.
But wait, there's more.
Are we off the air?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, there we are.
Oh, yes, in a lot of ways. You're off the air, Frank.
I thought they had a close up of your shirt for a second.
Honey, are you listening with Zuby? Or doggy?
I know Zuby. I know the name. So listen, top of the show last night at Dodger Stadium. You've been to Dodger Stadium many times.
Many times. I grew up there.
You grew up there. Who was your favorite Dodger growing up?
Well, you know, Willie Davis.
The speedster.
I remember because I still have the photo. It was Willie Davis photo day.
Okay.
And we went there. I had to be like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever. I don't know.
I saw my first baseball game at Dodger Stadium because we had lived in L.A. when I was 5. And then we moved back to Pittsburgh where I became a diehard Pirate fan, but I still love the Dodgers. But Ron Say, the Penguin, he was my favorite. Garvey, Russell Lopes, all those guys.
Those 4. They were magnificent. And Ron Say, of course, tried to become a U.S. Senator and it didn't work out.
Did he?
I'm kidding. It was Steve Garvey.
It was Garvey, yeah. Well, Garvey had a few issues that kind of held up. He actually tried. No, he wanted a big political career, and then he had like 2 paternity suits or something. This is what he was playing.
I think I've told you this. I have a Steve Garvey baseball card.
You do?
I keep it in plastic so it doesn't get the other cards pregnant.
I think he was using one of those torpedo bats back then. Okay. Anyway,
by the way, have you ever had Fraser Smith on the show?
Of course, I have. Fraser's a legend. He's sat right there.
Garvey are like really good friends. I never got to meet him. Once I was walking through the MGM and they had that sports memorabilia shop.
Yeah, there
and Steve Garvey was, and you can come by and meet him. And I said, why? Anyway, he's going to go, oh yeah, Fraser, and no one cares.
Well, the other thing, his nickname was Mr. Clean, right? Because he was like a handsome guy, Mr. Clean, and then got into a little trouble there.
Well, no, it's life. You know what, Frank? I don't think you have a very clean back record.
Moving on to Shohei Ohtani. It was Shohei Ohtani bobble night last night.
Really?
Is there a Bob Zany bobblehead?
There is not. I have not had a bobblehead. You know, I've had a lot of things made, a lot of merch over the years.
Yeah.
I actually had a bobbler that said "Eat salmon, the other pink meat," a fishing bobber. So that was nice.
That was a good one.
A lot of by the way, there's my DVD.
What do we got there?
It's my documentary. It explains my career. Close but no cigar on DVD at bobzany.net. But the beauty of this DVD is if you don't have a player, but you have a wobbly kitchen table, you put that underneath one of them legs, it fixes it right away.
My dad was.
Look at the kids going.
There's a close up. There's a close up. Yeah.
There it is. And that's me when I was a little younger. And there's a bonus hour special. Right there, bonus of me in Galesburg, Illinois.
Why Galesburg, Illinois?
I don't know, but it was a great theater called the Orpheum. You know why? Because the Marx Brothers got their names at that theater.
Is that right?
It had history.
Oh, wow.
Vaudeville went through there in the old days. So, yeah, I like comedy history, Frank.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I like shows that are history. That's why I'm on today.
All right, so speaking of history, Shohei Ohtani hit a ball at a Dodger Stadium on bobblehead night, a walk-off homer. First, what's that?
You want to see the line?
Oh, yeah, the line. Oh, we have the line first. Sorry, yeah, right.
Oh, there's the line. Look at that.
So there you go. People lined up to get the bobblehead because it's a hot commodity.
Of course it is.
And they gave away to the last guy in line. They gave the documentary. They gave a DVD of your documentary away.
You know, of course, and because he lost the bet.
Look at that. I mean, I know I've been up that road many times.
It is. It really is.
The best way to go to Dodger Stadium's on a Vespa. I know I'm bragging, but I used to just be able to bypass all that.
Oh, really? You did on a Vespa?
Yeah.
Wow, I could see you driving around L.A. in a Vespa.
At 70 miles
an
an hour.
And then you would deliver a package, but that's okay. You have a career.
So listen, I remember I pulled up, the first time I went, I pulled up to a dumpster because I saw another motorcycle there, and there's two cops standing there. I'm like, where can I park this? They're like, you can park it right there. And I go, are you guys just saying that? And you're going to is it going to still be here? They're like, yeah. Came out, it was still there. So.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't trust cops. The cops were protecting you. Afraid it was going to be in the dumpster, right?
Right. I just thought it would be gone.
Don't know.
I had a pirate plate on the back, a pirate license plate.
Well, why would you do that?
Well,
by the way, this whole Tesla thing's getting out of control. I was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
There's a Tesla.
Yes.
And a guy started yelling at the owner saying, "You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi."
Right.
And then they got into their VW Bug and left.
Oh, my God.
That's a history joke, people.
That was.
Look it up. Look it up, you youngsters out there. Look at that DVD.
After you Google DVD. There you go.
There it is.
So Shohei Ohtani comes up in dramatic fashion. Here it is. Look at this. The guy knows how to just pick the moments. Joe Davis on the call. It's over the fence. Unbelievable. The guy, I mean, and by the way, everybody, there's a shot from fan footage. Everybody had their phones going because they just assumed something big was going to happen there. And it did. Here he gets a bath. Oh, okay.
But I just remember when baseball was so big before World War II in Japan. It was
when I was a kid, it was the biggest sport. That and boxing and horse racing.
I'm saying we brought baseball to them. It was part of the placating of conquering of a country.
I get it.
Do you
now.
remember the things were made in occupied Japan?
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to take
You're not that. Come on, you're a little younger.
I know
not
my
that
history.
Younger.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Know your history.
I do. So anyway, Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. He's going to pitch again this season. The Dodgers are 8-0, first time since like 1985. The over/under on their wins this year was about 105.5, 106. It was ungodly high, but they're on pace to go 162-0.
Wow.
And the Braves
are
on pace to go.
Next Monday, why don't you report on how they're doing?
I'll do that from home.
Wait a second. That was mean, honey. Are you listening? She doesn't like the Dodgers, okay? She's a Giants gal. Grew up with them.
All right, so our girl Caitlin Clark, who blew off her appearance on this show on Tuesday because it was an April Fool's joke. I was like, we have Caitlin Clark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but the folks are going to miss stuff like that.
She got to hang with the Dude Perfect guys and witness this spectacular shot she dubbed the Hinkle Heave. So here's Caitlin Clark. These guys are amazing. They do all sorts of trick shots, Bob. So watch this guy. He has the same chest as Keith Lyle. Look at this. I can't imagine that. Right in. There you go.
That was amazing.
Wasn't it? You were mouth agape.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And AI is really doing some great work out there.
These guys really do it.
And that's the problem with AI.
you don't know
if you
anymore.
do something that's achievable, and then people will they're going to question it, Frank.
It's true.
I don't even think you're here right now.
I'm really not. I'm back.
I really think it's Pauly Shore. In the Frank Nicotero mask. I get it. It's all changing.
Did you ever work with Pauly?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I knew Pauly when you remember he tells stories about being the fry cook at the Westwood Comedy Store. Yeah. That's when I was performing. Wow. And I was doing the surfer act. He would watch me work and come up, hey, dude, I'm thinking about doing stand-up.
No, he didn't.
He was like 12, I swear. And he was cooking in the back. I said, good luck on that.
Yeah. All right, sticking with women's hoops, tomorrow superstar UConn guard Paige Bueckers takes on UCLA Bruins for a shot at the finals. Her Huskies are 8.5-point favorites, but this clip will warm your heart 8.5 points warmer. Watch how cute this is.
Okay.
So she has a big fan there. She's crying, and she comes over, and she hands her a Bob Zany DVD, and the little girl keeps crying, but this time out of sadness. But look, she just made that girl's life by just coming over and giving her a hug. I'm not touching that. Wasn't that sweet?
Yeah, it was very sweet. That was. And what Keith off to the side said was wrong.
I can't say. I can't repeat it.
I'm going to miss him.
But anyway, Paige, so tomorrow UCLA, who I always root for, UCLA in their first Final Four, but I'm kind of rooting for Paige Bueckers because she's just really good.
I understand that, but we've got UCLA, and my best friend in the world, John Paglisotti, went to UCLA.
Oh, Pags?
You know Paggy?
No.
Great story. So
Go.
his freshman year at UCLA,
okay.
We all drive down to visit him, and we're in Army fatigues, and we have toy M16s, and we're stopping cars asking if they have fruits or vegetables. And then the cops pull up, and we all run and scatter.
Right.
But this is 1979,
yeah,
right? Think about that.
Yeah.
Did that now, we'd be dead.
Right, exactly.
Back then, it was just a cute little prank.
It's a prank, high school
Do you
prank.
got any fruits or vegetables?
Right, you can get away
with toy M16s. This is what we did.
I know, we got away with it.
I don't even know why I'm alive still.
We show a lot of fun stuff. All right, and we were talking about this before the game. Bob, we need your take on this.
Yeah.
We show a lot of fun stuff that happens during NBA games at halftime. Usually someone hitting a half-court shot, someone putting a golf ball, they win a car, win big money. The other day, we had Sacramento has a thing where if someone can stop a gas pump at exactly $25, they won. So.
Oh, wow. I actually try to do that with numbers on the gas pump.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, this one did not go well. So it's two guys doing a layup drill. So crank it up. Here we go. Okay. So the one guy's running. Yeah. He tore an ACL.
He did?
Yeah, he was taken out.
Was he a player?
No, he was just a halftime. He was a guy in the stands.
Doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter. He was taken out on a stretcher.
But the player season's gone, but
the other guy keeps going. What's that? The other guy keeps going. Well, the other guy's like, I want to win this, whatever.
Prize.
Right. What's my prize? He sees the other guy down. The cheerleaders, the dancers are look at him. And then the girl who's announcing. Not as fine job as I do at the ballpark.
No,
but anyway,
you're amazing out there.
So they go over to check on the guy.
I don't even watch the game when you're out there.
So they go over to check on the guy, but as Ann said before, this is why everyone signs a waiver before they do any halftime show. So, I think, she's like, what? You think everyone's watching this. Some people are, he's going to own the halftime show.
You think your whole life's over,
Right.
She thought her career's over because that happened on her watch.
But guess what happened?
You know what she did?
What?
She took responsibility, Frank.
She did?
Something you can learn about.
But anyway, we hope the guy's knee gets better.
Well, yeah. He did tear an ACL.
Yeah, it's pretty much confirmed, right? ACL.
It's confirmed, yeah. I'm glad we're working on that. And then it'll be forgotten in like 5 seconds. By the way,
do you notice that for confirmation, I look to him? Like he knows.
No, Keith actually has no life. He knows these things.
All right, and our final top of the show breaking video, and then we got some Bob Zany nuttiness happening.
We got a little nuttiness. Why not?
We have student manager David with the play of the night. Just go ahead and roll it. So this kid, watch this catch on a foul ball here. So you don't see him yet, but he dives in. Now, there's a better angle. He gets up, makes the catch, and pounds his chest. Yeah, I did that, right?
Who is that guy?
He's the student manager, ball boy, whatever.
Okay.
He catches a little pop fly. My first reaction was, to the catcher, maybe you could have went after that. It seems like what is a playable ball.
So what happens to this kid?
Yeah, he gets on this show.
Oh, he'll be on Monday?
I believe he's hosting the program on Monday.
He's co-hosting? Hosting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a comedy clip of the day. Do we have a comedy clip? We have a comedy clip.
That's not me.
It's you.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
It's a Bob Zany clip. It's our comedy clip of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is on the DVD, but when we come out after the clip, Bob Zany's going to do some other stuff. We have a Zany report. Bob went to
Comedy
Goodwill.
clip of
But
the
for
day.
now, here's the CCOTD. That's the abbreviation.
My favorite rapper in the whole wide world. I'm going to mispronounce his name because I am white, but it's 50 Cent, 50, Fitty. Look what they did. They framed his CD. Then you can't write this. Price tag 50 cents. Do you think they had to have a big meeting at the Goodwill? Well, if we charge $1, it does say 50 cent right there. And we cover that up, they're not going to know it's Curtis Jackson III. Yeah, it turns out Fitty is a stage name. And he claimed bankruptcy, and part of the deal he had to make with the court, he has to change his stage name now to Nickelback.
There you go, right from the Drybar special. That's got millions and millions of views.
Millions
of
millions.
views. Now, almost
actually,
9.
By the way, I brought a couple Goodwill.
I was going to say,
selections.
now this is a famous Bob Zany bit. We saw the Goodwill box on stage
I have
with you.
a Goodwill bag. I only have a couple of new things
Okay,
here
let's
that I
do
want
it.
to share with you.
Go for it. Yes, it's
I
Bob's.
had no idea, Frank, and I want you all to listen. Frank has his own game out there.
Oh, I do?
It's very exciting. I had no idea. It's called Don't Make Me Laugh. So Frank, and look at that. There's Frank right there when he lived in Pittsburgh.
And it's the junior edition. By the way, were you ever on the show? Don't Make Me Laugh?
Yes, I did the new one.
I did the new one too with Mark
I did
Cohen.
About 3 episodes.
Yeah,
I
did too.
did the toughest guy in the room. Did you do that one?
No.
Yeah, and it was a rabbi, and I made him laugh.
Did you really?
With the Steve Garvey joke. Now I remember. But now I got a VHS tape. You kids don't even know what that is, but in the old days, we had them. And in this movie, I don't know why, it's called Murder One, and it stars Nick Nolte and Cloris Leachman. Finally. I have no idea why this didn't just hit big. Cloris Leachman and Nick Nolte together. Murder One. You know what that movie was about?
What?
Whoever greenlighted this project got killed.
I believe I could review that movie in 4 words if you'd like.
How?
Murder One, audience nothing.
Oh, that's good.
Take that.
Now,
you can take
finally,
that.
Towards the end, you start really clicking and things are happening on the show.
That works for
you.
any joke with a number 1 in it. That's an oldie but goodie. Cloris,
Is Joe early?
yeah, he's early. He likes to hang out. He wants to watch a little bit. He's early.
It? I'll do a Zany report and see if I can make Joe laugh.
If you can make Joe laugh, let's do it. By the way, Cloris Leachman, Oscar winner, Nick Nolte, Oscar nominee. That might not be a bad movie.
It may not be a bad movie.
I've never heard of it.
I don't. You know what? I also got the Jonathan Winters, the Lost episodes, and it was on VHS, so they really lost. Okay.
If it was beta, then it would be.
This is my take on the news. Everybody,
here we go.
The National Association of Theater Owners, are known by the acronym NATO.
Okay.
Plans to change its confusing name. Ironically, NATO oversees more bombs than the other NATO. Angry Birds is a finalist for the World Video Game Hall of Fame. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Though officials say if they don't get in the anger management program, it may never happen. Now, a couple captured by pirates have been rescued. That's good news.
Good.
They said that to survive, they lived on just insects and fruit, or as I like to call it, the continental breakfast at the Red Roof Inn. Hey, listen to this.
Okay,
the janitor spread STDs to his office staff by urinating in water bottles. In all fairness to him, it was treat your coworkers how you like to be treated day.
And sadly, Bob, that's the reason I'm done here.
Is that what that?
I was the guy. I was the guy. Yeah, it was an incident.
It was just. Don't point it out. Just say it was an incident.
It was an incident.
Venus will pass between the Earth and Sun, which astronomers call an inferior conjunction. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, a superior conjunction is when the moon passes through Uranus.
Did the rabbi laugh at that one? That would have been a good one.
I don't think Joe's even hearing it.
Joe, we're trying to make you laugh there, buddy. Here we go.
In Boston, illegal aliens took to the streets protesting President Trump's immigration policy. They held up signs saying, "Not my president." Technically, they're right.
What did I miss on that?
They're not here. They're really not part of this country.
Oh, okay. Wait. We'll fix this in post. Hold on. They'll insert that.
Boy, if you didn't get that one, you're really not going to get this one.
No, I just saw one over.
In Pakistan, a female suicide bomber, which is rare, by the way, very rare to be a female suicide bomber, killed only one person in an attack on a vehicle. Officials say it could have been much worse, but she was a DEI hire.
That one I get.
And this is a fun fact. The U.S. Postal Service is holding several workshops called How to Grow Your Business. Okay. Yeah. The sad part, they invited over 1,000 businesses by email. And finally, this is what I call the Bob Zany time capsule.
Okay.
This is where we go back in time and revisit a past Zany report.
Is this the way to just say it's an old joke?
It's an old Zany report joke. No, if I wanted to say it was an old joke, I'd say, well, let's watch Frank's act. What the hell was that? I don't even need this, you know.
I know.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Okay, we're back in time.
Oh, okay, rewinding.
And this is from December 3rd, 2019. Good news. Bad news. Here's the bad news. An Orlando, Florida grandmother is outraged because her 6-year-old granddaughter was handcuffed and fingerprinted because of a tantrum at a school.
Oh.
The good news, she was finally released because the 6-year-old had no priors. And there you have it. That's the Zany Report. The last time ever on the Punchlines program.
There you go.
Where you can watch and listen. As you can see out there, they're gathering around.
Well, there's daytime baseball.
Maybe you should just move the hot dog cart right here. And then that way you can say people are watching and listening. It's a long line anyway.
Why did we never think of that? Why did we never?
I'm an idea guy.
Why did we not do that?
Better. I could have saved it.
God,
but no, Frank. No. You know what? You're like me. I did Rodney Dangerfield did a film called Ladybugs.
I remember that. The soccer player with the kid. Yeah, right.
Which became a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
But anyway, the point is, I go in and read because I came up with a great joke to end the movie. And Rodney goes, man, that's funny. I want you to go ahead and audition for it, okay? So I go in and audition. I do it. And Al Ruddy, who won an Oscar for The Godfather.
Yeah.
And Sidney
Albert
Fury.
Ruddy,
These are big-time people.
Yeah.
I start reading. They go, no. I said, I'm not right for the part. He says, no, we're going to get rid of the part altogether.
Are you serious?
So not only you lose your show, they're dumping the studio. Think about that, Frank. There's not going to be no proof of your existence.
Didn't Rodney have pull to just say you're in the movie?
Yeah, but you have to go through the motions.
You do have to go through.
I was in the Rodney special 3 times. I was out of the special 3 times.
I remember.
Finally, by the 4th time, I got in.
There you go.
So that's just the business we've chosen, Frank.
All right.
I'm sure everything's going to turn around. I called the Imperial Palace, and they need someone to work the car show.
The IP? It's one of the first hotels I ever stayed at.
You did?
I love the IP.
They used to have a TV show right there with the old
Did they
cars.
really?
I did it a few times. This older couple, I don't know, they're probably dead now.
Okay.
This was years ago.
Topic for the chat. It's time for roll call, ladies and gentlemen. The question of the day, I had comedian Bob Zany can answer any question you may have about life or any problem you may have. Ask away. So let's see what we got here. All right, so in the chat, Joey B, good afternoon, Punchlines, it's Frank Nicotero. Alex White sent me. Aaron O'Connor has kind of just a look like this. She sent an emoji like a
really?
Closed eyes, shaking head thing.
I guess I'm not being nice.
Okay.
Yeah. You sure it wasn't about me?
No, I don't. That's what I was saying. Joey B, no more punchlines, WTF. Not sure what that means. I'll have to Google it. Reno Paul, we need to get a group chat going at noon from now on. For the punchies, you guys do that. That would be sweet.
You got the punchies.
We got the people here. Let's see here. Happy Thursday, Dean Hill. Hello, all. Alex sent me here today.
Said that on Sports by the Book.
Oh, to what?
Watch the show.
Oh, and then Alex
sent me.
There you go. Oh, and say Alex sent me, and Alex will be here tomorrow. Joey B, thank you, Frank, and all the behind the scenes of the show. Going to really miss the banter with everyone on the show. Punchlines, Frank Nicotero. Joey B, I'll miss Frank's laugh, his knowledge of everything that doesn't matter, and his baseball knowledge. That's sweet. Aaron O'Connor, yes, I'm listening and waiting to correct you. Reno Paul, did the Dodgers win last night? Reno Paul's the biggest Dodger fan. Joey B, Steve Garvey used the torpedo bat before the torpedo bat was credited, so there you go. Fishing bobber was actually a huge seller for you, Aaron O'Connor, your wife is saying.
It was very popular, but the writing was so small on it that we came out with the fishing bobber magnifying glass so you could read what it said.
Andy
Martin,
Martin,
a huge hit on the Bob and Tom program.
I'm sure. Bob and Tom.
Bob loves, because he's the one who complained about the size. I said, I'm going to come out with a magnifying glass.
Genius.
Yeah, well, Aaron came up with all that. You know, I just sit around and take credit.
Bob and Tom shows like one of the biggest syndicated radio shows out of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And you're a regular still on there,
well,
right?
I go in probably about 4 times a year now. I was on every Tuesday for 17 years. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they still got the show, Frank. Interesting.
Yeah, they do. Well, is it just one? Is it both of them still, or is it just
No,
one?
Bob retired.
Right. I was on their show twice when I was headlining Crackers.
Is this another story where I have to call up and fix it? I'm so tired of this. It's
Possibly.
Like, let me talk to Dennis Bono. I'll get you on, Frank. You never got on there, did you?
No,
That's too late.
That's all right. Andy Martello, one of our favorites. I played the Orpheum in Galesburg. Great place.
It is a beautiful place. In fact, it's about, I think, 900 people sold out venue, and I hired Lincoln and Mary Todd impersonator that sat in the balcony. And I turned to Lincoln and I said, I think you should leave the play early.
Other than that,
they were expensive, by the way. And then we hired 2 old guys to play the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
The local
Stafford
community
and
college theater. Yeah. and they started heckling me during the special. I try to do things like that. You know,
Yeah, it's
I try
fun.
to add a little extra besides the stand-up.
It's fun, yeah.
Because the stand-up is primo.
Right, exactly. But it's lack of material, you need help. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Is this on still? I thought
No,
we were.
it wasn't. No, you're just
Joe
you're just reading your obituary.
Joey B. Ann's laugh. Gonna miss that. Thank you, Ann, for the behind the scenes stuff you
And
did for
hear
the
that?
show.
They love you.
Mini Dar, Frank, I'm in the office and just heard your opening. We'll miss everyone. Maybe we can boot at a later time of day where there is more YouTube chat. Okay, well, we're not. I mean, I'm not dying.
Well, Frank, that's why we're here. we
Aaron
got the test results back, and turns out your career didn't really happen.
Bob Dell says, I will miss the show so much. Bob Dell said that.
Isn't he the guy who paints on numbers on PBS?
No, that's Bob Ross.
Oh, okay.
Bob Ross, who's passed away sadly as well.
Oh, did he just pass away?
Bob Dell is actually one of my best friend. He's we knew each other since 6th grade, rode the bus together. He's a big DJ in Baltimore on a country station.
Is he a big DJ? Well,
Yeah.
that's exciting. Tell him I said hi. I love radio. I'm a big radio guy.
Exactly. I mean, my dad was at radio for 40 years. That's my background.
That's probably
too.
why it didn't happen.
That's why the internet thing didn't work. All right. I think we should, let's see here. Bob Dell, Aaron O'Connor. I'm going to miss Keith Lyle's laugh too. Kyle's laugh.
Hear that, Keith? Boy, she made that. She went really long on that to do that to make you feel good. And included.
You know what? Let's just go. We know Joe's feed works, right? So we could bring him in.
Joe's been hearing the whole thing.
I already heard
Look
him.
at
Joe's
that.
been hearing the whole thing, and we'll do the days of the day and all that crap, and we'll bring Joe and we'll do some picks. It's time to put on your cans. That's radio speak for headphones.
Yeah, I know.
Yours are up there. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, for his final appearance on Punchlines, the world's hottest handicapper and New York Yankee fan, ladies and gentlemen, Joe D'Amico. Woo, Joe.
Thank you for having me, Frank.
As
see
always.
Bob. Look at Bob. Bob's lost with technology over there. Look, it's not a VHS, Bob.
No, but
how you
look,
doing,
look,
guys?
Joe, look, it going the look.
No, you just flip it. It's a spinner.
Flip it
There you
good.
go. There
Hey,
you go.
Frank, I have a
Oh, wow.
question.
Yes.
Does he get paid by the word? Because I never met anybody that talks more than me.
Oh,
it is crazy.
You know, it's too bad it's the last one because I have an idea for you. Next time you would come on the show, everything's gone because you had to sell it. Wouldn't that have been funny? You're in a closet and there's a mop and a bucket and you're going, you know what? It didn't happen this week.
But he's too hot. He's too hot of a handicapper. He wins. He does nothing but win, baby.
Who designed these?
Someone very small, apparently. You can elongate that, I believe.
No, you can't. That's the point.
All right, here comes Jerry. Jerry's.
Like
Jerry,
Sammy
thank you,
Sosa.
Jerry. This moment, the last times you're gonna have to help out. I don't know. Is that a tear, Frank?
I think it is.
It's a
It was.
tear.
Or you poked yourself in the eye with the headphones. There you go. There, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Make sure you check out his band at Field Fox and at Jerry Trevino. His guitar videos are
What's the
amazing
name
on
of
Instagram.
your band, Jerry?
Jerry with a G. Field Fox.
Field Fox. Very nice. It's a really good name.
Maybe they could do a song
You didn't
for
come
your
up
next
with
special.
it? Well, you can change it. Sorry, Joe. Now look at this.
There we go. Let's see. There you go.
No, it's not okay, Frank.
It looks better.
This is why the show's off the air.
All right, listen. Today is episode 357.
Wow.
There you go. Magnum. I know a little bit about those. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And you're
look at
bringing out the big guns today.
There you go, baby. So,
I'm going to be quiet now, Joe. 'Cause
So, well,
I
here
get
we go.
paid by the word, and I'm in overtime.
all right. Well, listen, we got Joe and Bob. Before we get to his picks and everything, we got the national days today, and Sean's actually going to help out on this one. So here are the national days, and one of them is fake. You have to spot the fake. All right. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. National Burrito Day. I'm going to go ahead and that's the first one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. That's a real one. Show this. I don't know who could. So Sean found this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a free lunch, National Burrito Day, freebies and deals for April 3rd. So what do we have here? Pollo Loco. I'm going to skip that one because I used to live next door to one, and it makes me depressed. On Burbank Boulevard, Burbank and Witsit, I lived.
Well, what depressed you is you had to go to work from 12 to 4.
Wait.
You worked at Del Polo.
No,
You're
they're
the crazy
I
chicken,
don't-
mi amigo.
I don't like now Chipotle. I'm a fan of. What does that say here? Wait, can I read it? Oh no. Okay. What's that say? Anyone?
I'm sorry, Frank. Excuse me.
Oh, buy one, get one. Buy one, get one.
The problem with that.
It really is National Burrito Day. Phew.
I have not gone. It looks like Moe's 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven known for their burritos. I mean, if you're going to get a burrito.
7-Eleven and KFC.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I go to KFC is for their burritos.
Qdoba, I know. I've never heard of Freebirds, Maverick, or Chronic Tacos.
Freebirds actually comes with a cigarette lighter.
and a guitar
and that's
solo.
how you warm it up.
Yeah, Freebird. Okay, here are the other ones. World Party Day. National Film Score Day. Do you have a favorite film score? I would go.
There's so many. I don't know where to
I would
start.
go with anyone, the Bond films, and maybe Magnificent Seven and Rocky. There you go.
Skyfall by Adele for the Bond
good
film.
song.
Really great song.
The Natural, too. Randy Newman soundtrack. Here we go. It's National Chocolate Mousse Day. Fish Fingers and Custard Day, World Aquatic Animal Day, World Cloud Security Day, National Tweed Day, National Check Your Receipt Day, Independent Artist Day, and Pharaoh's Golden Parade Day. So, Bob, if you want to take a look at those while I check behind the glass. Sean is saying...
By the way, I just don't think there's enough choices.
I know. Well, listen, they're busy at the home
Now,
office.
one of these
there.
is a fake.
One is fake. Jerry says the Tweed one's fake. Vince says chocolate mousse is fake. Sean is saying check your receipt. He doesn't believe it.
Fish fingers and custard.
Fish fingers and custard day. Ann, do you have one? Oh, she's abstained? Yeah, well, okay. She's busy. All right. Anyone else? Keith, oh, no, you know. All right. The fake one, someone got it, I think. Sean, check the receipt day. I made that up. There you go. He once again has gotten inside my head. Joe, what did you say was the fake one?
Check your receipt.
You're correct. You got you and you.
Thank you, Joe. You made the whole look there. I just really want to go look for the skipper.
At least I could fit my headphones on there, buddy. Listen, listen. Technology just passed you by with the invention of the car. You're killing me. You're killing me.
All right, a couple celebrity birthdays I want to point out. One of my heroes, comedian Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. How old do you think Eddie Murphy is?
He's around my age.
64.
64.
64.
So I'm younger than him. I'm like 4 months younger.
Cue the Beatles song. He's 64. One of the best actors ever. Marlon Brando was born in 1924. Then in parentheses, I have Bob, let me hear your Brando.
I could have been a contender. That's it.
That's it.
Because I don't do Brando. I don't know why the hell he thought I did.
I thought you were a man of 1,000.
Do your show prep, Frank. Okay. That's all they asked. That's all they asked of you.
What is this? What is this shit right here?
Oh, wow.
I can swear now. I'm still not on the F word bomb board. That's for tomorrow. Wait till you see tomorrow's show. Tune in for that one.
I would tune in for that
I'm
one.
walking out with
you're a giant
F's everywhere.
WFT.
Taking those headphones and destroying them. Anyway, do you do a Marlon Brando, Joe? You are Italian. I'm thinking you got a Godfather or something.
He's not Italian. Marlon Brando's not Italian. He's not Italian.
He's not?
Not at all. No.
That's why you had to do a screen test.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Well, Brando.
No, he's not Italian.
I didn't know that.
Bob's was pretty good, but if you could keep going, what was the next line? What did I get, Charlie? I got a one-way ticket to Palookaville. Remember that?
Yep.
There you go.
Do you remember the actor in the back of the cab with him?
Yeah, that was Rod Steiger.
Very good. I thought it was Abe Vigoda.
It was not Abe Vigoda. Abe Vigoda was in The Godfather, and he was Fish.
No, that was Wojciechowicz.
Yeah, Wojciechowicz.
Good reference there.
Yeah, Barney Miller stuff. All right, so anyway, here we go. Well, Bob Zany said, John Nicotero, make him an offer he can't refuse.
That was very good. Very
good,
Frank.
to go.
I could see a young 8-year-old Frank on his dad's radio show doing impressions.
Well, what Brando would do here? Do we have the tissue?
Yeah, you got.
Frank? What about Brando from Streetcar? Everybody, Stella! Everybody can do that one.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do. This is what he did for The Godfather. He took tissue to make him look like he figured Don Corleone was a bulldog, so he wanted to look like a bulldog.
Hey, Frank, those tissues aren't used, are they?
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. They are.
Detractive.
Oh.
What was that?
It's not. It's part of a hoodie.
It's the string.
These are not my beans. You had my son Santino killed. The Corleone family will stay strong. That's all I got.
It could be the lighting. It could be the lighting why it didn't really hit the way it should have. But this was great lighting. I feel like I'm medium fry at McDonald's.
All right, so it's time, Bob.
We should
AI magic. Oh, let's see the AI, the combination of everything. Here we go. We put him in. Oh, my God. So there we go. It was Pharaoh's Day. That's Eddie Murphy eating a burrito.
Looks like Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. And there's a girl passed out next to him. And then who's the old guy? Oh, that's Marlon Brando with, why are there it's National Aquatic Day.
Yeah.
So and he's wearing tweed. He's got tweed on. All right, that was a pretty good one. Maybe not the best one. Maybe we'll close tomorrow stronger. All right. Moving on. It's time for picks at 12:36.
Oh, yeah. I love this.
Here we go. We have a jingle. Would you like to sing it with me?
Yes, let's do it.
Punchline picks at 12:36. Now, see, that sounded like Brando.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, Joe D'Amico. We'll start with Joe, or do you want to give up? You have a pick, actually.
We have the family is for UCLA to win the Final Four in the women.
Okay, is that it?
Right.
Okay. For Pags?
For Pags.
Okay. And I had a pick I sent into you, Vince. It was a baseball pick, correct? And go ahead. Do we have that up? We'll put it up. I have won my last three. There's Bob's pick, UCLA plus the points. I believe that's actually tomorrow night. Isn't it Friday night? It's tomorrow night.
So how's it looking for them?
I think UConn's going to win. They're underdogs.
I don't like this attitude, Frank.
I'm a giant Bruins fan.
I'm going to make a call and this show's over.
I'm a giant UCLA Bruins fan, but I think UConn's going to win that game. All right. And as far as baseball today, go with the Brewers money line. They still haven't won at home. So the Reds, I love Terry Francona, but the Brewers are due for a win. Take the Brewers at home. I think I've won my last 3 or 4 baseball picks. So, all right, Joe D'Amico. Look, Bob. Who are we? We don't know what we're talking about.
No, we don't. And the last time I was on the show with Joe, I really want to say this man's so knowledgeable.
He is.
He is so just right on in his picks, and it's amazing that you've wasted all this time. 39 minutes, and you couldn't get to Joe because that's why they watched the show. Okay? Be honest with yourself. And he's not Italian, okay? He's not.
Guy.
He's Bosnian, okay? He's from Herzegovina, okay?
You look up Italian in the dictionary. There's a picture of Joe D'Amico.
I just love the whole
Actually,
outfit.
Bob, I'm not Italian. I'm Sicilian.
He's Sicilian.
There is, because it was an island, and then he got invaded by Italy. Remember that, Joe? I'm sure you heard that from
No, I don't, because I'm not as old as you, old son of a gun.
Let me tell you something.
I will tell you, don't ever make a mistake between Italy and Sicily again.
Yeah, let me tell you about what your grandmother would tell you how the Italians, the fascists, would come over, and Mussolini ran the trains on time, okay?
Why is this becoming true romance with Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper? It's the scene. The Moors did so much. Okay, I know Christian's watching.
Even
and Bob
the train stops. I got to tell you, Bob, once in a while, pull into that station, kiddo.
Okay, you got it.
Joey B, love the old Frank living in L.A. stories. Miss them already. And Courtney Tyler, miss you already. Love you, Frankie.
Oh, my God. It's almost like I'm not here.
I know. You are here.
Well, I am here, but you know what? I should have pointed out that. And April Fools.
Oh!
We're running a little late.
Wait, we have a show on Monday?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes, it's going to be at the El Morocco.
All right.
Room 23-8.
Let's let Joe do. Joe's going to talk some hoops. Joe, by the way, how are you, Joe, by the way? Good to see you.
Everything's great. Everything's roses. We're still trying to get over the whole situation.
I know,
with
it does.
Dice
Yeah.
crossing the Rainbow Bridge, but our other 2 dogs are in a funk.
There you go.
But other than that, things are good.
That's
we
good.
saw a couple shows the last few weeks. We're going to go see the CBC tonight over at the MGM Grand.
You can say it. You can say any hotel now.
Looking forward to that. We passed up on Carrie Underwood last night. It was just wiped. But we've got some other shows. We're going to see Jackal at Vamp this week. We've got Michael Blaustein.
No, wait a second.
Coming up. Go-Go's, Jelly Roll.
Wait. Jackal's the band that had the chainsaw in their songs, right?
Lumberjack. I'm your Lumberjack, baby.
Let me mention the shows that I was performing in that Joe didn't go to. Delirious Comedy Club, Laugh Factory, and Wise Guys. Thank you, Joe. I know you're busy.
Wait, were you at the Westgate recently too? By the way,
no, not recently, but I was. At the Westgate.
Some dates or whatever.
I've done a lot of things.
I didn't know they were doing
I'll
comedy.
come see you, Bob. Just hit me up and I'll come see you. There was one show I was wiped, man.
He was wiped.
I would love to come. I come support Frank. I've seen him. He played a bowling alley. It was a lot of fun. No, he played. He played
was a hockey
Brooksies. We
rink.
had fun. I would come and support you, buddy. I would come and support you.
I don't need your support, Joe. And if you dress like that, you're not getting in. So I don't know what to tell you.
All right, Joe. So let's talk some picks here. This is why this man's here and why he's the hottest handicapper around. Go for it.
Last week, 3-1 of the show. I got 3 big winners between the CBC tonight and the Final Four, but I want 2 shout-outs first.
Okay.
First and foremost, Frank, it's a very special day for me. And It's my mother's 90th heavenly birthday. I want to say happy heavenly birthday to Mom. I love you, and I miss you more with each passing day. Happy heavenly birthday. I love you, Mom. She's always watching over, and you guys would love her because she was a gambler. She was a sports bettor and was very good at it. She was a good poker player as well. But I miss you, Mom. I love you. Secondly, I'd like to take a moment. I know that we always have a good time here, but I want to really shoot from the heart, Frank. I'd like to send a special thank you to my dear friend, Frank Nicotero. Thank you for having me join. I'm getting choked up. Thank you for having me join you each week. It's a true honor and a real pleasure for me to do so. And I wish you all the luck in the world, buddy. Whatever the future holds for you, may your life be filled with health, happiness, peace, laughter, and success. I mean this from the heart. Thank you for allowing me to join you on this fun ride. I'm sorry. I get choked up. I don't like goodbyes, but I really had a good time on this show, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring the whole mood down, but I want you to know this meant a lot, and laughing is one of the greatest things in the world. And laughing with people and having other people laugh with us is one of the greatest things in the world. And you've allowed me to do that for quite a while. So thank you.
Welcome.
And thank you to the great crew over there at the South. And especially to you. I know I'm always fun and laughing, but I really am going to miss this stuff, buddy.
I appreciate it. And laughter is the best. And that's why I'm bringing a comedian in tomorrow. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a winner tonight. Have a couple. Son of a. Have a winner tonight, CBC. I've got 2 for Final Four.
Here we go.
Wow.
All right, let's talk about one of the games tonight. Villanova, USC. These two teams haven't met in more than a decade, but I do feel there's a big mismatch here. Wildcats, the 6th best team and one of the most physical conferences in college basketball, the Big East. Trojans, 14th best. And a good conference, the Big Ten, but not as physical. With all respect to USC, they're a decent team, but looking at their schedule this season, I just don't see them in a situation where they were asked to step up and they actually came out successfully. Yes, they've covered all 3 of their postseason games this year, but playing Rutgers, Purdue, and Tulane, it's a far cry from the team they're going to face here tonight. Villanova, talented. Not only that, but they're one of the most seasoned teams in the nation. 5th-year senior Eric Dixon, he's a monster, but the last few weeks he's even stepping up even more. He's not alone, surrounded by solid talent in Poplar, Longino, Perkins, Buwache, say that 10 times quick, and Brickus. It's a deep squad. They're very good. I'm going to save you all the ins and outs. They're pretty accurate overall. They're ranked 3rd in the nation from downtown. They hit over 80% from the free throw line. That would be enough to raise an eyebrow. But defensively, they're very frustrating. They allow just 67.5 a game. They're ranked in the top 15 on the defensive glass. This is a big mismatch. If this line was a little bit lower, trust me, I would have moved it myself across the city and across the nation. I think they win by 7, 8, 9 points, maybe even double digits. But laying 5 here, I think, is a gift.
All right, very good. Yeah, Villanova, 2 great programs, and the CBC thing, we've been following it here. I know Alex has been giving out a lot of picks, so you like the Villanova Wildcats over the Trojans. Okay, got it. What do you think of that pick, Bob?
I just think the Wildcats are really wild.
And they're playing the Trojans. What do you think of the Trojans?
Well, the thing about the Trojans is you got to make sure there's not a hole in them.
But they get good penetration, Bob.
Oh, come on!
I'm still choked up of the way you feel about leaving Frank.
That's right. And by the way,
can I tell you, Bob, I know I'm a big, funny guy and everything, but I had a good time on the show, and I am all heart. When I'm happy, the whole world's laughing. When I'm a little sad, trust me, I'm going to be crying. So doesn't make me any less of a man. I like showing my emotions, and I really am appreciative of Frank and the whole crew over there. But Frank took a chance, and I appreciate that from Frank very much.
There you go. And by the way, people are loving you two together. Let's see here. Who said something about I'd watch that on YouTube for an hour? Did I pass it? By the way, Freebies burritos were legendary in Santa Barbara. Aaron O'Connor says, my mom is watching. My mom says, hi, Keith. She doesn't even say hi to me. What the hell's that?
Keith is staying in the basement.
Parles won't be as gracious as Frank. Well, Frank told Punchies if they are in Vegas, they get to sit in the studio, get a buffet and a shake. That's true. Marlon Brando graduated from Libertyville, Illinois. Your high school? Yeah. Everyone's amazed at the Brando impression. I know. That was great, Joe. It was like family. And can we see, by the way, Minidar says, can we see Vince before the finale? That's up to Vince. That's up to Vince if he wants to do a cross. I don't know. I'm asking him on camera. We will find out. Vince doesn't like to be on camera. Joe D'Amico got to support his daily show. And someone said something about here it is. I'd watch Joe D and Bob Z go at it for 1 hour a day on YouTube, says Joey B.
Well, listen, I'm glad that he pointed
that out. With or without clothes on?
Well, with those clothes, doesn't matter. Can I just say this, though, Joe? I'm just going to make the announcement. On Monday, it's the Joe and Bob show right here at the South Point studio. And we really want to thank you, Frank, for bringing us together.
Right, okay.
It means a lot to us.
Can I be a guest on the show?
I'm sorry, I'm tearing up.
Oh, no.
I'm tearing up.
But
I'm just thinking about getting out into the car.
By the way, Aaron O'Connor says, ask Bob Zany about Brando and the orange.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a Marlon Brando story?
No, I have no idea what she's talking about.
Really?
Yeah, thank you, honey. Good lead in.
Ditto to what Joe said, says Johnny at the ballpark. But now this is where Watkins shoots him. Yeah, we're going back to the Quentin Tarantino written True Romance.
I think what people are going
which
to
I
miss
didn't
most.
finish, Reno.
I think they're going to miss most on this show, Frank, is you reading off your laptop, because no one can see that anywhere else.
I only read comments. I'm not looking up.
I know. Again,
I'm
a comedian. I know you're going to have one tomorrow. But I'm also a comedian.
Alex White is very funny.
But by the way, are you at the game tonight? Are you?
No, I tomorrow night. I'm going to do tomorrow night.
Oh, you are very excited.
Yeah.
Andy must be happy.
Andy's out selling stuff. So, all right, Joe, what do you got for us? Basketball.
Both Final Four games. One's a little lengthy. The other one's quick.
Go for it.
Playing in the SEC, both Florida and Auburn not only know each other well, but they face several common opponents this season. Sports fans, if you think you can gauge a matchup because of two teams' previous common opponents, trust me, you're going to be tearing up tickets left and right. Neither one of these squads have dropped too many games this season. Both have covered a lot of spreads as well. However, the Gators slightly better against the number. 27-11 this season. Tigers 21-16 against the number. Florida did take the only matchup this year, back at the beginning of February on the road, 90-81. That marked the Gators' fifth straight-up victory over the last 8 meetings and their sixth ATS cover during that span. Auburn dropped their final 2 regular season games and one of their postseason games, but they have been overvalued for sure. They've only covered 11 of their last 26. Since their February 1st defeat at the hands of Tennessee, Florida only dropped 1 remaining regular season game. They've been perfect during the postseason. Meanwhile, they've covered 25 of their last 33, sports fans. Statistically, I think the matchups are pretty even. Both teams score about the same. Both teams allow about the same. But there's a big advantage for the Gators on the offensive glass. They rank 3rd in the nation. They're pulling down over 39.1 boards per game. This gives this team a lot of second chance opportunities, which is huge in this matchup. Both defenses are 2 of the best in college basketball defending the arc. Once again, I give an edge here, though, to Florida, Frank, because Auburn relies more on their outside shooting. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I'll take the Gators, guys. I know on the money line, you got them at $1.45.
Correct.
$1.40, $1.45. I like them to cover, but you know what? Just to err on the side of caution.
Sure. Backdoor
Cover. We've seen that happen a couple times the last few weeks. Take them on the money line. Lay the 145. You will take your bookmaker's money.
I like it. All right. Do you like Florida or Auburn? Have you ever been to either of those towns?
Yes, I've been everywhere, Frank.
I know you have.
Come on.
Is there anywhere you haven't been?
I haven't been to France.
Okay.
My house for dinner, Frank. He's never been to my house for dinner.
Let me send you a text why I can't make it.
That's all right. That's okay. Only Frank knows where I live. You'll never get the address, buddy.
Seriously, you should have just sold everything. Just start from scratch and get a new hat.
I like all your props, Bob. When did you become Rip Taylor?
I actually, I worked with Rip Taylor in Florida, in Miami, at the Flipper Studios.
Of course you did.
By the way,
of course you did.
Aaron was there. She filmed the episode.
The $1.98 beauty pageant that Rip Taylor
hosted. What was vaudeville like with George Burns? I bet it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun because first you weren't born.
Yes,
so we didn't have to deal with that type of crap. No, I love the Sicilians. I think they're very important people.
Okay, Minidar.
I like an island nation.
Minidar says, that was great, Joe. It was like, Oh, Vince, we already read that one. Oh, is there a whistle being blown? Hold on.
That's Bob's hearing aid.
All right, Minidar.
That's funny.
We're
going to really miss this, Joe. And I'm going to miss those aviator glasses. I'm so glad that President Biden left those for you.
I am glad that you are on the show, Bob. You know why? It makes me happy that I don't have as much hair as you, because look what you're doing to that. It's just it's ridiculous.
Well, I don't wear a hat.
You've got 3 and they're all in different directions. You've got a head like Charlie Brown. It looks good. Don't worry about it. It works for you.
Can I say something? Nothing screams.
No, not really.
Okay. Nothing screams.
We're going off the rails, Frankie.
No, it's fine. Just pay attention, Joe. Focus on a ball. Nothing screams a midlife crisis like a goatee and a nipple ring. Okay, I don't have a goatee.
All right. So Mini Dar says, I have a feeling Zany is an emotional guy. He has to live up to his tough guy image like Danny Zuko.
Yeah, Danny Zuko and I are like this.
Danny Zuko being John Travolta from Grease. Aaron O'Connor. Okay, here's the connection to the Brando thing.
Okay, yeah. Remind me.
During COVID, I asked Bob Zany to eat an orange every day for vitamin C, and every day he did, but not before reenacting Don Corleone's death scene every damn day.
Wow.
Do you not remember that?
I think it's amazing that
Yes.
the things I've done, and then I've moved on from them, Frank.
Okay.
I don't cling to them like your impressions.
Oh, my God. Aaron O'Connor, you're correct. Tragedy plus time equals comedy. Thank you very much. That's an
does.
old Woody Allen line, I believe. Joe, okay. And does anyone know Bob's OnlyFans? Do you have an OnlyFans?
What's an OnlyFans?
That's for porn.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
have that too?
Yeah, do you?
Well,
Oh,
if
check
you
with-
look up my what my net worth is,
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I had no idea how much I was worth. You just go there. It's amazing. All this real estate I have. Wow. I can't wait to tell that to my storage unit guy.
All right, Joe, you got the other Final Four game. Hit it.
Absolutely. Sports fans, and thank you, by the way. Sports fans, no question, both Houston and Duke have earned the right to be in the Final Four. They sported two of the best overall records in college basketball this season, and from their season opener straight to, they've dominated all comers. I'll be honest with you, these are two of the best teams, and they really deserve to be here. I think the big difference here would be depth and coaching. I give an edge in both of those categories to the Blue Devils. Yes, they've also scored a few more points on offense and more accurate overall from the floor and are far better from the free throw line as well. They're also a little bit stronger on the offensive glass, folks. I feel second chance opportunities. Once again, I think in both matchups, second chance opportunities are big. I think it's going to be a big edge for them in this matchup. We all know how good the Cougars defense is. They're ranked number one in the nation, but the Blue Devils D, they're frustrating as well. Their numbers are just as good, sports fans. They're also just as tough on the defensive boards. Please understand, while I think Houston is one of the best teams in the nation, they've only been made an underdog once this entire season. That's got to weigh on them a little bit psychologically. And by the way, not only has Duke only lost one game since the end of November, they've also been covering quite a bit as well. They finished their regular season covering 7 straight and have covered 4 of their last 5 in the postseason or playoffs, whatever you want to call them. I like Duke here. I like Duke strongly. I think they're going to be, I think Houston will be out coached, and I think the depth on Duke, they're so talented and so deep on any given day. And one of their stars can maybe just lead an assist, and their bench comes up big.
Yeah.
This team has very few weaknesses, and whatever they do, I don't think Houston's going to be able to exploit. I think it'll be a dogfight for a little bit, but I'll tell you right now, Duke pulls away.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Jeff Parles has said he believes this will be an amazing Final Four with the 4 best teams finally making it. No 7 seed, no 11 seed. Do you like Duke or do you like who they're playing?
Well, the
Houston.
thing about Duke, I mean,
Yes.
I think some of the movies that he did was
Big
just
Jake,
amazing.
yeah.
Big Jake was
The Cowboys,
good.
the Searchers.
Oh, I love the Cowboys.
Yeah.
'cause
Bruce Dern's the bad guy in that, I believe.
Well, I think Bruce Dern is the bad guy
In every
overall.
movie.
Yeah.
John Wayne. I watched all the John Wayne movies. Big Jake was my favorite.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I loved the Big Jake. It was on HBO a lot when I was a kid.
You remember McHugh?
Yeah, sure. He was Brannigan.
Brannigan.
My dad we had the posters up. John Wayne won the Oscar for best actor the year I was born, so I always remember that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were born in 1974?
69.
Same thing.
Yeah.
True Grit.
True Grit, and the only Best Picture Oscar to an X-rated movie was 1969.
Oh, what was that?
Midnight Cowboy was an X-rated movie back then.
Not Last Tango in Paris?
No, that was up.
Could you do Marlon Brando and a scene from that in the bathtub?
Would you like to get naked? Use some butter.
Okay, there you go. If you've seen the movie, you'll get that. Thank you very much. All right, so listen, we skipped over lines of the night. Mine really didn't matter. It was about torpedo bats. Who really cares? But we have a line of the night from Bob Zany. Ann, are you ready for that? Okay, here we go. Lines of the night. I was just going to show torpedo bats, but we're done with that. Here's Bob's.
Challenger Carrot Top. Here's the decision. Champion Bob Zany receives 3 3/4 stars. Challenger Carrot Top gets 3 1/4 stars. Bob Zany.
We didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know?
We didn't know who won because it was so close.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Oh, what happened?
I'm going to make $100 grand on the show one way or another.
By the way, you can see that clip at Carrot Show every night at the Luxury.
He does.
Every night.
He
Every
uses
night
it.
he does that. Has that clip on.
I'm telling you what, I saw my buddy
You
Bill
know where you
Neofus.
got that clip?
Where?
From me.
From
'cause
you.
I had it.
You had
I
it.
have all the tapes. Go
I
ahead.
saw, what do you like, Nixon over there? I have the tapes.
Yeah.
I saw, that was a weird Robin Williams reference from a special he did when I was a kid. Anyway, I went and saw Carrot Top. Outstanding show.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Tremendous.
First
By the way, Frank, he has the best green room in town. He's been there so long. You can't walk without bumping into a bottle of Crown Royal, but he's got the best. He's got the best dressing room, green room in town. I'm telling you right now.
Go ahead.
Well, Vince Neil is a good friend of his from Motley Crue.
Yeah, sure.
And I have a photo from back in my KLOS days where I'm sitting. Fraser Smith.
Sure, yeah, Fraser was
Vince
on there.
Neil, Bob Zany, and Tommy Lee. It's a photo. And I showed it to Vince in Carrot's green room. I said, look at that. We took a photo way back when. He said, yeah, I was doing a lot of coke then. So I guess that explains why he took a photo with me. I think it was at the Roxy.
Roxy,
This is before they became really big.
It's on every booth there. So I wanted to say the last two comedians I've seen live that I've gone to see are Carrot Top and Bob Zany. You can't go wrong to go see Bob Zany. Bob, where can they find dates and information on you?
Well, I'll be at Delirious the first week of June here in town.
Okay.
So don't tell Joe.
Okay. Don't tell Joe. I won't.
And I just got hired for a 70th birthday party in April.
There you go.
I'm going out to a house, and they have 6 llamas, so I'm very excited. I'm not making that up. I said to him, I said, well, if you can hire 6 llamas, you can get me a podium, a speaker's podium for the show. And she says, we own them. I said, okay.
Okay. They own the llamas,
Very
not a podium.
nice person. And they're paying me.
And we're doing something, a wrestling thing together, right?
Well, that's right. We should talk about that.
Yeah.
Joe, this is what you're going to come out to, okay? We're roasting Nick Foley, the wrestler, along with a lot of the other wrestlers from cauliflower, say it.
Yeah, cauliflower ear?
No, Alley. That's the name of the group.
Oh,
and it's all
cauliflower
the
ear.
old-time wrestlers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like 6 comics and
You're
6
hosting
wrestlers.
it. We're going to do
We're
it.
going to roast Nick at the Plaza
That's gonna
on
be
the
nice.
18th of August.
All right, so I do have
In
work
the big
coming up.
room.
Yeah, there you go.
And you're getting paid.
I'm getting paid?
Yeah.
Hey, how about that? Joe, where can people find you, my man?
Well, right here. I'm in the middle of the screen. Guys, listen, I've got a Twitter at Joe D'Amico Wins. It's at Joe D'Amico Wins. Plus, 10 years ago this month, Frank, I implemented a free pick phone. Unlike people in the business, it is a pre-recorded message line. You call it 1-800-563-8854. That's 1-800-JOE, Joe 8854. Each and every day, I have a free pick. Nobody's going to call you back. Nobody's going to sales pitch you. It is just a free pick. Frank, these are documented numbers that I've been documenting for 10 years.
Yeah.
No BS. In the 10 years I've had the free pick phone, 2,302 wins, 1,010 losses, 32 pushes. That's 69.5% for 10 years.
Wow.
Let me tell you now, if you hit 69% for a season, you are a world champion.
That's unbelievable.
Do it for a year, you're filthy rich. Do it for 10 years. Every single day, I put a game out there by 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's just a free pick. This is world champion handicapper Joe D'Amico. Today, I'd like you to take, the New York Yankees minus $1.45. Good luck and have a winning day. You just call it. You get a free pick. 1-800-563-8854, 1-800-JOE-8854, or follow me on Twitter at Joe D'Amico Wins, guys. I'll put up a lot of free content there. Plus, I put up a lot of things from around town. That's why I got hit with the moniker, the host of Las Vegas. I go to a lot of shows, and I do support my friends, Bob.
He does.
Bob, I wrote the date down, August 18th. I wrote it down right there. Once tickets go on sale, I will. And by the way, guys, I want you to know I'm not one of those people that tells my friends to give me tickets. I'll go and buy tickets.
True.
You guys work for a living. I'm not one of them guys. You work for a living. I'm going to come and support you, and I'm going to put some stuff up. I know I'm going to laugh my ass off between you, Frank, and the rest of the lineup.
Joe, I'm just going to say, you want tickets, don't you?
No.
He's going to buy
I want to buy tickets. I always like to buy tickets.
By the way,
listen, by the way, you'd probably put me next to the kitchen, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if they had one. Look, the point is,
it's good food there, actually.
And my Twitter's at Bob Zany Loses, and if you go there, you can see me picking my nose every day. And I've added it up over the years, Frank. I've picked my nose 98% of the time.
Success. We'll close with Mini
the
Dar.
official Bob Zany channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Check that out. We were on there today.
Okay.
Yeah,
we were.
I hope I don't get you in trouble where you might lose the show
that's
because
all
of
right.
that.
Mini Dar. I'm going to close with Mini Dar. Frank, Keith, Ann, Alex, Ann, Parles, Drew, Sean, Jerry, Vince, and my guy Caden. Don't know what I missed. You've all been great. Don't know who I missed. You've all been great. We'll see you tomorrow. Aaron O'Connor says, great show. Gone Racing in 29 minutes and 18 seconds. We'll see you tomorrow with Alex White for, Kenny White's Dog of the Day.
Baby!
USC +6 versus Villanova. And then we got our Dog of the Day. Here's a cute little dog. What's this dog doing? Can I pet that dog? Aw. What is all over that dog? What is it?
Post-it notes or stickers?
Stickers. And look how good a good boy or girl that is.
That dog's going to bite her.
We'll see you tomorrow, live and about every show. Punchlines. Bye.